Morning everyone, and this is Gary again with your cards for the day on this beautiful Sunday morning. And on this particular occasion I brought a couple of friends in with me to watch while we do the reading. I've got my little dragon statue over here, mainly because I just love dragons, I always have done. And I've got my little tiger statue over here because I was born in the year of the tiger in Chinese astrology. Okay, now you'll find hopefully the reading quite interesting today because of the way the cards have come out, and that'll become clear as we go through. Your first card is from a deck which I'm really excited has finally arrived, the Wildwood Tarot, and it is the Seven of Bows. There it is. Now, bows in the Wildwood are roughly equivalent to wands in most other decks. So what we've got here is clearance, and the idea with this one basically is, you know, we've cleared away a lot of things, and we're in a new sort of position where we're making sense of everything, and we've got a bit of time and a bit of space to sort of organize ourselves and know what we're doing. And it's basically a sort of fresh new start and having a look at what's, you know, what works and what doesn't work and what we've got around us. So, you know, a lot of you may be feeling that today, that you're looking at things in a new light and looking at how, you know, how things are and basically what's left now. Now the next card is from the Shaman Caselli Tarot, and it is, let's move this one out of the way, it is the Tower. Now this is a card which I know causes an awful lot of fear even with people. I've heard this card described as the worst card in the deck, and I think the reason for that is, you know, people have this very negative idea of the Tower being struck by lightning, or in some decks it's a fireball, or various things, and destruction, complete destruction. And I can understand, you know, that sort of point of view, but what I get when I'm looking at this card, especially in view of the fact of what we just had with the card of clearance, which is, you know, cutting away in a sense the dead wood, what I get with this one is a total mind shift. It's like, oh, so it's like this, is it? It's one of those sort of situations where you're looking at things in a completely different way. You've had the old way of thinking and the old way of looking at things completely stripped away. It's you might even say it's a bit of a paradigm shift, really, so that, you know, you're looking at things in a totally different way now, and a more beneficial way than previously you were doing. So I don't see this as necessarily a bad card at all. I think it's a card that indicates that change of perception, change of mental attitude. Okay, and the third card that we have today is from another beautiful deck, one of my favourites, which is the Tarot of the Northern Shadows, and this is the Nine of Rods. Again, rods in the Northern Shadows Tarot is roughly equivalent to wands in other decks. So it's a bit luminescent there. Nine of wands, or nine of rods as it is in this case, what I'm really being drawn to with this card is more the image than anything else. We've got these two boys playing a game, and, you know, they've got these little sticks which they've got laid out on the table in front of them, so you know, it's anybody's guess as to what the game actually is. But around them they've got these little fairies which are kind of sort of playfully flying around them and joining in with this game. So I get a really happy feeling from this card. I get this feeling of playfulness, of playtime. So it's like this is a time of enjoyment and being able to take a break from things for a while and just sort of play and have fun. And it's a really, you know, it makes me feel really sort of joyous and happy inside to see this card. So if we look at the three cards together, we have the clearance, the physical clearance, you might say, actually, of the Seven of Bows. We have the mental paradigm shift of the Tower, where we start to think about things in a completely different way. So we've cleared out the physical, and the Tower is clearing out the mental as well. And then once that's done, it's playtime with the Nine of Rods, and we have that sort of, it's almost like, you know, you could look at this as being perhaps the mental change and the mental shift is bringing you back to a more childlike and playful way of thinking. So there's some things for you to think about for you in your cards for today. I hope you've enjoyed it and that you'll drop me some comments and what have you about what you think of the reading. And I look forward to reading for you again tomorrow. And have a blessed day, and love and light to everybody.